Okay, buongiorno. Today we are going to practice some Italian reading and translation of vocab through a little story about a dog who wanders into a art gallery. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of my face because we have a lot of text to read. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take the story in these coloured sections. So I'm just basically going to go through each section at once, and then perhaps at the end I'll come back and read through the whole thing. If you want to pause and give this a go and see what you understand until now, then go for it. Otherwise, don't worry. So let's get started. Ok, so mentre la luce dorata del tramonto filtrava attraverso le vetrate della galleria Belladonna, un cane spelacchiato con gli occhi vispi e il passo claudigante si insinuò furtivamente nell'ingresso spalancato. Ok, one more time at full speed. Mentre la luce dorata del tramonto filtrava attraverso le vetrate della galleria Belladonna, un cane spelacchiato con gli occhi vispi e il passo claudicante si insinuò furtivamente nell'ingresso spalancato. Okay, now a rough translation of this is going to be: while the golden light of the sunset filtered in through the stained glass windows of the Belladonna gallery, a mangy dog with lively eyes and a limping step slipped in stealthily through the open entrance. Okay, now let's look at some key bits of vocab here. I suggest, if you want to give this a go, read this passage out loud. Maybe, re-listen to the bit where I pronounced it and compare how you did. Okay, luce dorata. So dorata is just a adjective meaning golden. Oro, O-R-O, is the word for gold in Italian. So dorata means golden. Spelacchiato means mangy dog. Pelo, the word pelo means fur. So spelacchiato means kind of mangy, messed up. The fur is messed up. Often in Italian, when we have a s in front of a word, it means or in front of an adjective or a describing word, it means the opposite. So for example, fortuna means luck and sfortuna means misfortune. So pelo and spelacchiato. Passo claudicante. So claudicante is here like limping, more or less. Okay, and passo just means step. And si insinuò furtivamente. So he crept in kind of stealthily. This verb is in the passato remoto tense. Now, you may or may not be familiar with this. If you're just a beginner, then you may have looked at the past tense in terms of the passato prossimo or perhaps the imperfetto. But in kind of literary descriptions, even in kids' books, you will see the passato remoto, and that's what we have here. If this is gobbledygook to you, don't worry. Just know that when we write in kind of books or stories or kind of proper literature, then we'll use a different tense. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next part of the story next. And one more. Nell'ingresso spalancato. So ingresso means ingress, entrance. Spalancato means kind of wide open. So I don't know how he's slipping in stealthily if the entrance is completely wide open. Or maybe it's kind of a hiding in plain sight kind of thing. Okay, let's keep going. I visitatori, assorti nell'ammirare le pennellate audaci e le cornici dorate, non notarono subito l'intruso, che trotterellava tra le sculture marmoree e i tappeti persiani con un'aria di sovrana noncuranza. Okay, one more time at full speed. I visitatori, assorti nell'ammirare le pennellate audaci e le cornici dorate, non notarono subito l'intruso, che trotterellava tra le sculture marmoree e i tappeti persiani con un'aria di sovrana noncuranza. Okay, now a rough translation for this is going to be: the visitors, absorbed in their admiration of the bold brushstrokes and the gilded frames, did not notice the intruder right away, who trotted among the marble sculptures and the Persian rugs with an air of royal indifference. Okay, a few pieces of vocab to look at. Ammirare means admire. Le pennellate audaci, bold brushstrokes or audacious brushstrokes, but I thought bold was a good translation here. I thought this was a lovely verb. Trotterellare, to trot, and noncuranza is indifference. The word cura in Italian can mean cure, but also kind of care. like he did the job con cura, he did it with care. So noncuranza is kind of without any care, which I've translated here as indifference. Okay, let's keep going. Il custode, un uomo baffuto e sonnacchioso, spalancò gli occhi vedendo l'animale annusare un'installazione cinetica fatta di piume e specchi. Qualcuno ridacchiò scambiando la scena per una performance d'avanguardia. Ok, no, pardon me, for full speed, il custode, un uomo baffuto e sonnacchioso, spalancò gli occhi vedendo l'animale annusare un'installazione cinetica fatta di piume e specchi. Qualcuno ridacchiò scambiando la scena per una performance d'avanguardia. Again, obviously, performance here is an English word they've just chosen to include. Okay, so the curator, a mustachioed and drowsy man, opened his eyes wide, having seen the dog sniffing a kinetic, dynamic, moving installation made of feathers and mirrors. Someone chuckled, mistaking the scene for an avant-garde performance. Okay, so sonnacchioso, drowsy. So sonno means sleep, so sonnacchioso, drowsy. Ridacchiare is the kind of giggle, chuckle. Again, we're seeing this verb in the passato remoto tense. Yeah, you can always watch a video here on YouTube or just Google passato remoto if you want to find out a bit more as well. And scambiando la scena, which is mistaking the scene for. So scambiare means exchange or change. So it's just important to note that here this is meaning mistaking the scene for rather than exchanging the scene for. I mean, technically it makes sense, but yeah, just a specific there. Okay, last little bit. Ma il cane, con un guaito acuto, si accucciò infine sotto un quadro astratto intitolato Solitudine urbana, come se ne cogliesse l'essenza. In quel momento, tra i bisbigli perplessi e i flash discreti, parve chiaro a tutti: l'arte a volte sceglie i suoi critici. Okay. Ma il cane, con un guaito acuto, si accucciò infine sotto un quadro astratto intitolato Solitudine urbana, come se ne cogliesse l'essenza. In quel momento, tra i bisbigli perplessi e i flash discreti, parve chiaro a tutti: l'arte a volte sceglie i suoi critici. Okay. But the dog, with a sharp yelp, curled up beneath an abstract painting titled Urban Solitude, as if he understood the very essence. In that moment, amongst the perplexed whispers and the discreet photographs, it was clear to everybody: art, at times, chooses its own critics. Okay, just a couple of bits of vocab this time. So, bisbigli is whispers, lovely word, and a volte meaning at times. So just a nice little connecting phrase you can just throw in, at times this happens. Cool. Okay, so let's read the whole thing and then we will go on to the end. Okay, I'm just going to read the whole thing once. So, mentre la luce dorata del tramonto filtrava attraverso le vetrate della galleria Belladonna, un cane spelacchiato con gli occhi vispi e il passo claudicante si insinuò furtivamente nell'ingresso spalancato. I visitatori, assorti nell'ammirare le pennellate audaci e le cornici dorate, non notarono subito l'intruso, che trottelerava tra le sculture marmoree e i tappeti persiani con un'aria di sovrana noncuranza. Il custode, un uomo baffuto e sonnacchioso, spalancò gli occhi vedendo l'animale annusare un'installazione cinetica fatta di piume e specchi. Qualcuno ridacchiò, scambiando la scena per una performance d'avanguardia, ma il cane, con un guaito acuto, si accucciò infine sotto un quadro astratto intitolato Solitudine urbana, come se ne cogliesse l'essenza. In quel momento, tra i bisbigli perplessi e i flash discreti, parve chiaro a tutti. L'arte a volte sceglie i suoi critici. Okay, cool. So let's just flip back through these. Okay, I hope this was a helpful little reading exercise. And this was just a general reading and translation that I think will help everybody. Obviously, I don't know you personally, where you struggle with Italian, where you succeed with your reading. If you want to get a bit more personalized help, then you can book a private lesson with me. I teach using an online whiteboard. Yeah, it's just quite nice. You can keep all of your notes on there. You can always come back and check. And I'll leave a link to that in the description. Until then, happy practicing.